Hello, this is Miss Starr. I have some exciting news for you today. The second grade is excited to announce that the professional Eureka Math videos that we have been waiting for are now available for us to post online. Our math lessons will look different starting today on Lesson 5. You will need to watch the concept development video, which is one of the new videos produced by Eureka Math first. You will find the link in our second grade at Moss webpage, or on our second grade at Moss webpage on our calendar in the math calendar box. Miss Starr will still be recording some portions of the lesson which you will be able to find on her YouTube channel as you have before. She will no longer be working all of the problem set or homework pages. You will need to complete those on your own. Miss Starr will continue to show you the fluency practice exercises as well as sharing an answer sheet you can use to have your parents check your problem set and homework pages. You will still need to send your teacher a picture of your exit ticket for each lesson. If you have questions, please contact your teacher. And if I read that too fast or you have questions or concerns, you can pause the video and take a closer look at what we're doing. But our lessons will start looking different starting today on Lesson 5. Now, the materials that you're going to need for today, you will need to have your problem set for Problem 5. Please remember that Miss Starr is not going to be working these problem sets with you any longer. But at the end of this video, I will have a answer sheet that you can look at to have your parents look at your work and see if you have some that maybe you need to go and fix. In our Lesson 4, which was last Thursday, there was a template for these strange looking number sheets, and I told you that we were going to need these in the future. So you will need these for today's lesson. And even though there's work on the back of those, that's work that you have already completed. And you will need to take the time to cut these out, cut them out. And I'm going to show you how to do that because it's a little bit confusing unless you know what you're supposed to do with them. It kind of looks like, what the heck is this? That's what I thought the first time I saw it too. So how about if I show you what you need to do to get this prepared for today, because you will need to have these. They are called they are called whole number place value cards, and you will need to have these for the next few lessons. So you're going to cut apart. I'm going to show you. You're going to cut apart these, and you're going to have hundreds, tens, and ones, and you're going to cut apart the 200s, 20s, and 2s. So you're just cutting each one of those strips apart. I feel like I need to show you what to do because when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? I don't know. And it took me a while to figure it out, but I think I've got it down now. So we're going to cut those apart. This will be a little bit of preparation that you'll need to do before you can start today's lesson. Okay, so I've cut those first ones apart, and now I'm going to cut these strips apart. So there's the 700s, 70 and 7. Here's the 800s, 80 and 8, and there's the 900s, 90 and 9. So let's just give you a good close look. So you're cutting those into strips like that, and then I'm going to just put those into a little pile because we're not done cutting. We still have to do some more cutting, but I'm going to start with the 100 strip, and I'm going to cut it into hundreds, tens, and ones. So there's hundreds, tens, and ones. Now I'm going to do 200s, and I'm going to put that in the hundreds pile, the ones in the ones pile, and the tens in the tens pile. These aren't exactly in order, but you get the idea. So I'm cutting the hundreds apart, the tens apart, and the ones apart. So you will need these as a part of your lesson today. When you do the concept development video that is the new one produced by Eureka Math, the teacher who, by the way, is not a teacher that teaches at Moss, but rather a teacher that works for the Eureka Math Company, will be instructing you on what to do with these. And I was very impressed with these videos, and I think you're going to find them very useful to your students, because I know that it was very helpful to me as I am learning this new math program right along with you. So I'm going to continue to cut all of those apart till I have all of my hundreds in a pile, all my tens in a pile, and all my ones in a pile. There's my ones. There's my tens. You're going to have to work really hard not to let little brothers and sisters play with these, because you are going to be using them several times during this module. So there's my hundreds, there's my tens, and my ones. And I think if it was me, I lose things, so I'm going to put a paper clip. And if you've got a paper clip at your house, this would probably be a good idea. Or maybe you have a little baggie you could put them in. That would be a great way not to lose these. My paper clips are all stuck together. Yeah, that's not unusual. I think the ones I'm most worried about are these little teeny tiny ones. Oh my goodness sake. So I'm going to paper clip those together as well. Then you're just going to set those off to the side, and we'll be using those a little bit later in the concept development portion of our video. Well, the new videos that we're going to be sharing with you today. So I'm going to put that aside for right now, and I am going to invite you to follow along with me. I'm going to get out, I know you probably don't have a set of these at your house, but I am going to start here with my, remember Miss Star showing these to you the last time we were together and told you that we would be using these 10 blocks to help us. Oh, I think I've got too many. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oops, I only want 100. I only want 10 tens. And I've got these are my rods. Remember, one rod, oops, let's see if we can straighten that up. One rod is equivalent to 10 ones. Remember those 10 ones? I'll bet you do, because here we go. Here's my 10 ones. Here's my 10 ones. Let's see if I've got 10 ones. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So there's my 10 ones. Remember, these units are called cubes. We did go over this a couple of lessons ago. So it takes 10 of these to make one rod. And then I have my flats. Remember those flats that were equal to 100. So we are going to be doing some different activities today with these, and I am going to need to. So here's my plan. So if I was looking at this number right now, in fact, I'm just going to switch this around. I'm going to trade that around and put it like this. All right? Here we go. So right now, Miss Star has 10. I have oops, you can't see that very good, can you? So I have one group of 100, so I have 100, that's a flat. Right now I have another group of 100, which would be 200s, and I'm going to take one of those away, because right now I only want to have 9 of those, and I think I'm going to look at that number and say to myself, where is my whiteboard? It is last. Where did I put it? My whiteboard. I found it. There we go. So I want you to look at this number, and let's think about what this number would be if I were to write it out just exactly as it stands right now. How many hundreds do I have? Looks like I've got 1 100. And let's count and see how many tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to take one of those out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 tens. So I have 1 100, 9 tens, and I'm going to take a couple of these out. Let's see how many ones I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm spreading those out just a little bit so we can count them easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 ones. So if I have one group of 100, 9 groups of 10, and I have 7 ones, I have 197. I've got 7 ones, 9 tens, and 1 100. All right, so you're going to keep watching what happens here. What if I take away 10? How is that going to change my number? Would you write that down on your number, on your whiteboard? How did that change when I took away a 10? When I said 190, 100, I'm going to see if I can get all of this in one place. 197 take away 10, which is basically what I just did. 197, I'm going to go back. I'm going to put that back where it was. So I had 197 and I took away, I took away 10. 197 take away 10 leaves me with still 100, but do I still have 9 tens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't. I only now have 8 tens because I took one away. So I have 187 left. One group of 100, 8 tens, and 7 ones. So this time I'm going to do 197. I'm going to take away 2 ones. So take away 2 ones. What is that going to leave me? Oops, you can't really see what I'm doing very good. I'm going to push this up farther. There, see if that doesn't help so you can see what I'm doing better. So this was the first equation that I did. The second equation is 97 take away 2 ones gives me, well, I still have one group of 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I still have those, oops, I'm sorry, this needs to be, I goofed, that should be 187 because that's what I started with when I started this over again. Took away 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equals 185 because I took away 2 ones from 7 ones gives me 5 ones. Okay, so I'm starting off with 185 and I'm going to take away 100 this time. What happens if I take away, woo, there it goes, it's going away, so I don't have any hundreds now. So what does that leave me with? Oops, gotta change that too because that only left me with 5. Oops, I'm not changing it all in the right places. So 185 take away that group of 100 leaves me with just 85. All right, let's keep playing this little game. So if I now started with 85 and I took away 20, could you figure out what that would be if I had 85, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ones. So there's 80, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Plus that 5 gives me 85, and I'm going to take away 20. There they go. I'm taking them off. So 85 take away 20. What would that leave me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tens now. 6 tens. Do I still have 5 ones? 6 tens, and I still have 5 ones. So what does that leave me with? 65. Wow, I'm losing a lot of these, aren't I? Whoo, I am really going down in my numbers. All right, so I'm going to start with 65. And this time I'm going to take away 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to take away 4. Here they go. Bye-bye, 4. What does that leave me now? Did my tens change? Nope, they didn't change. I still have 6 of them. So I still have 60. So 65 take away 4 leaves me 61. What do you think about that? Is that pretty cool? All right, I think it's pretty cool too. So I still have 1, and now I'm going to say 61 take away 40. 61, I'm going to take away 4 40, 10, 20, 30, 40. Oops, I better change that too. I keep forgetting to change those. So how many does that leave me now? If you said 21, you are really sharp and really paying attention. I'm hardly down to anything that I had left when I started off with almost 200. I started with 197, if you'll remember. So this time I'm going to do 21, take away 10. 21, take away 10. What will that be? Well, I'm going to take 10 away. What does that leave me with? Well, it only leaves me with 110. If you said that that left me with 11, you are really doing great. Impressive. Okay, my friends, this time I have 11, and I'm going to take away 10. 11, there it is. Take away 10. Uh-oh, now I don't have any 10s left, and I only have 1. So by the time we got finished subtracting all of those, we got down to 1 cube. That was kind of fun. I liked that. Okay, so now Miss Star is going to put that away. Okay, I got that all cleaned up, and now I'm back. So we are going to look at, remember, you need to take just a minute and go and get this. This was our, if you'll remember, this was our meter stick that we've been using as a number line. So if you know where your meter stick is, I told you not to get rid of it because we were going to use it, and we are going to be using it today. So we are going to use our meter strip to do some addition. So looking at your meter stick, I want you to put your finger on 20. Can you find 20? There it is right there. I'm putting my finger on 20, and you're going to slide your finger up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where does that put you? If I started at 20 and I slid my finger up 9, that puts me at 29. If you said 29, you are absolutely correct. What would the equation for that look like? What would that equation look like? I'm going to write that down because I want to see what that's going to look like. So if I started at 20, oops, I'm getting caught up on my desk. If I start at 20, you're going to like those professional videos. They don't struggle around quite as much as I do. So if I started at 20 and I went up 9, what does that give me? Did you say that it was 29? You are so correct. So starting at 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Put me at 29. All right, let's try another one. Let's start at 25. I'm going to erase this. Let's start at 25. Here's 25 right here. And we are going to slide up to, let's see. Wait a second. Nope, that's not where they wanted us to start. We're going to start at 34. I'm sorry. We're starting at 34. And I am going to slide up 25. So let's go. 25 would be, let's see, from 34 to 44 would be 10. I got to do another 10. From 44 up 10 more would put me at 54. And then I still have 4 more or 5 more that I'm going to need to go. So that would be, let's see, I needed to slide up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which put me at 59. If you got 59, congratulations. That would be 34. And I had to slide up 25. So I went up 2 10s and a 5, which made me land on 59. Should we look at that again? Let's look at that again. So we started at, there's 34. And I'm going to count up one group of 10 from 34 to 44. And then, see if we can get that into focus a little bit better. So that put me up to 44. I'm going to go up another 10 from 44 to 54. And then I'm going to go up 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that will give me a total of 25, which is 59. All right, so you did a fantastic job with that. All right, let's maybe try one more of those. This is our fluency practice. Sometimes I don't think I've been telling you that that's what it is, but this is the fluency practice part of the lesson, and I will continue to show those fluency parts for you so that you can see what you're doing. So we're going to start this time at 46. So let's go to 46. Okay, so I'm going to start at 46, and I am going to go up 32. Well, that's 3 tens I have to go up, and then 2 more. So from 46 up 10 puts me at 56. There's one group. From 56 up another 10 puts me at 66. That was 2 tens. And I've got to go up another group of 10, which puts me at 76. And then I'm going to go up 2 more. 76, 77, and 78. So if you came up to 78, congratulations. That's exactly where you should have been. All right, if you were a little bit confused, you could go back and try that one again. Okay, we will do another one of these, and then we'll move on to something else. So let's try one more. This time I'm going to write the equation for you. We are going to start at 65, and we are going to go up 35. So we're going to start at 65. Let's see if I can find 65. There it is, right there. And I'm going to have to go up 3 groups of 10. So let's start at 65. From 65 would put me at 75. From 75 to 85, that was 2 groups of 10. 85 to 95. And then I am going another 5. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where did that put me? Did it put me at 100? It certainly did. Wow, that was kind of fun to get all the way up to 100. 65 plus 35 is 100. All right, so 5 plus 5, 5 ones plus 5 ones would be 10 ones. And then I'm going to be adding 6 tens. Well, that would be 60 plus 30, because this is 60 and 30. 60 and 30 would give me 90. I'm just looking at this a different way. And then 10 plus 90 gives me 100. Just a different way to look at that. All right, so you can erase the board, and I'm just going to put mine down. All right, so now we're going to take a look at our problem application. Miss Starr has made this one a little bit easy for you because you don't have it at home. They didn't include it in the packet, so we're going to have to do it together. So we have Freddie, who starts off with $250 in $10 bills. So those are pictures of real $10 bills. Let's count and see if he does have $250. So let's start by counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. Okay, now I'm going to go from 200, 210, 220, 230, 240, 250. It is true, he has $250 in $10 bills. So I'm going to give myself a smiley face. And if you need to count that again just to be sure, that would be fine with me. So 250 is how many tens? Well, that wouldn't be very hard to find out. Let's count and find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So he has 25 tens, or 25 $10 bills. Now, his brother needed some money, so Freddie, this is an extension of the problem, Freddie gave his brother, what a nice brother, gave his brother 6 $10 bills. That's a lot of money to give to someone. He gave his brother 6 $10 bills. So Freddie gave his brother 6 $10 bills. So wouldn't that be 25 $10 bills? Take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So 25 $10 bills take away 6 $10 bills leaves us with how many? Well, let's see. We could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So we have 19 $10 bills left. Or we could take that 25. All right, so how can I figure out what 25 take away 9 is? Well, I just counted and I know that it comes up to 19. But I think what I'm going to do is take out 2 groups of 10 and a 5. I'm going to take out 2 groups of 10 and a 5. I've got 6 right here. But I still think I'm going to break this 20 down into 10 and 10 because it's easy for me to subtract 10, take away 6, which is 4. So I've used this 10 and I have taken away 6, which is leaving me with 4. So now I want to think about 5 plus that 4. 5 plus that 4 gives me 9. And I still have 10 that I need to work with right here. So 10 plus that 9 that was left over gives me 19. So I know that 25 take away 6 is 19. Just what we found out when we did the counting. So when Freddie started, how many $20 bills or $10 bills did he have? Well, he had 25 when we first started, before we took those 10 away. But what I need to know is how much does he have now? How many 10s? And that would be equal to $190. So let's count and see how many 10s he has left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, he has 19 10s left. Oh, I guess we figured that out up here, didn't we? So that would be the same as $190. Am I sure about that? I think I'm going to count that just to be sure. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. Wow, that worked out perfect. So, there you go. That's how we are going to be working that problem. Congratulations if you felt comfortable with that, and good job. So as I pointed out at the beginning of this lesson, if you haven't already watched this video called The Concept Development, if you haven't already watched that new one that's been made by Eureka, you should probably do that now. You really should watch that first before you watch my video, but it's okay if you twist them around. It would still be okay. So if you haven't watched that Concept Development, which is the new video that's produced by Eureka Math, you need to do that before you start this portion of the lesson. Okay, as I told you before, Miss Star is not going to be working these problems with you anymore. You're going to be working those on your own. So you'll need to read the instructions and work these problems at home. And there is just one problem set. And by the time you watch that video, you'll know exactly how to do these problems. It will be easy peasy lemon squeezy. You won't even have any trouble with it. Then you have 2 homework pages that you need to do. These pages will also be very easy once you watch the Concept Development video. They did a fantastic job on that. And then you are also going to need to match the unit number to the number form. This one was also really easy if you watch that video. And then you have a blank template here for lesson 5, and I'm going to tell you what to do with that in just a moment. And then, of course, you have your exit ticket that you need to send to your teacher after you've completed that. Now, I do not want you to try and do this until after you have watched the concept development video. That is the new one from Eureka. If you have already watched that video, then it would be okay for you to do this part, but you need to watch the video first. Watch the new video first. That's the one that you'll find the link for on the our second grade at Moss webpage. Okay, Miss Mulder has put a link up for that. If you haven't, you need to do that first and then come back to this. Okay, but for right now, I am going to tell you some numbers that I would like you to write on your hundreds chart. Okay, so you have a place value chart here, and the first number that I would like you to write right here is 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones. So you're going to write 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones. You need to do that after you've watched this video. You'll understand what you need to do. On the second one here, you are going to write 2 hundreds, 0 tens, and 6 ones. All right? And if you have to, pause the video and rerun it back so you know what number I was talking about. On this one right here, which is the one on the bottom, 2 hundreds, 6 tens, and 4 ones. 2 hundreds, 6 tens, and 4 ones. Okay, and on the last one, you are going to write 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 0 ones. 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 0 ones. Okay, so you might want to pause the video and run it back if you were not able to pick up on all those numbers. Please remember that when you get finished correcting, well, first of all, you've got to do this page. Miss Star's not going to be doing it with you today. You're going to need to do it on your own. And in just a couple of minutes, I'm going to show the answers to it, but you need to have it completed first. You should ask a parent or whoever is helping you with your work at home to come and help you with this next part. Not working it, because you need to do that by yourself, but when it comes time to checking your work, you will need to have an adult with you. And it is not okay to just copy Miss Star's answers. If you have a mistake on one of the problems that your mother or whoever is helping you, if they say, well, you have a boo-boo on this one, or you have a boo-boo on this one, you need to go back and try to figure out where you made your mistake. Okay? So for right now, you're going to pause the video, and probably for a really long time, you're going to pause the video, because this is going to take you a while to get this all the way finished. Don't start the exit ticket until after you have seen the answers and corrected this with an adult. So for right now, I'm going to say this is probably going to take you maybe 20 or 25 minutes. So pause the video, and then I'll see you back in just about 20 or 25 minutes. I'm not going to keep recording all that time because you have to do the work, and then we'll discuss the answers. And when we do discuss the answers, you need to have a parent with you. Okay, see you in a few minutes. All right, so my friends, this is new this week. This is brand new. We have not done this before. This is the key, which means it has all of the answers on it. You need to have a parent. Please have a parent check your work. You should not be checking your work yourself. You need to have whoever is helping you with your practicing to come now and check your work. You should not be checking it yourself. I'm going to say that again. Students should not be checking this work. Please go get a parent and have them come and check it with you. Okay? Pause the video until you have a parent with you. Okay, hopefully you have your parent with you, and Miss Star is now going to show you the answers that you should have had for the Lesson 5 problem set. I'm not going to discuss them. You will need to pause the video and have a parent look and see how you did compared to how it should have been done. So pause the video, mom or dad or whoever is helping, parent and or responsible adult, and check and see how your student did. If they've made some mistakes, I would have them go back and try that problem again. Okay, now I'm going to turn the page, and the same thing will be true for the first page of the homework. Ms. Starr is not going to be going over it and discussing it with you. If you watch the concept development video, this would have been very easy for your student to do. If they have made a mistake, you need to have them go back and try it again. So pause the video, mom and dad. Check your student's work. Now I'm going to go to the next page. This one's a little tiny bit more complicated, but I've tried to color key it so it would be easy for you to see that this answer belongs with this one. It's all highlighted in orange. This answer goes with this one because you were supposed to draw lines, but I've also written the numbers to make it easier for you. Letter C goes down to 71. Letter D goes up to 710. Letter E goes up to 110. Or excuse me, that was 701. My bad. Wait a minute, I think I just made a boo-boo there. Let me just take a look here. Well, Miss Starr made a big boo-boo, but I caught it in time. I had to go and do some fixes with my correction tape. Let's see if I did it right this time, shall I? So, letter A goes from 101 down to 101, which is the orange line. Letter B, which was 110 and 11, goes from 11 up to 11. The blue line is going from 71 down to 71. Here's where I made my mistake. I got those twisted around. One group, or 7 100s and 1 1 would be 701, which connects here. And 1 100 plus 10 would give me 110, which is the purple. And then, of course, my last one, which I also had to fix, 700 and 110 would be 710, which is the brown line. Yeah, well, teachers make boo-boos too, but I'm always willing to admit my mistakes and go, oops, forgive myself, and fix it, and then move on. All right, so if you need to pause the video so you can check your students' work, that would be great. This part I dictated to your student a few minutes ago. They should have 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 2 ones. If they missed that, they need to go back and you need to re-dictate to them what they should be writing. 2 hundreds, 0 tens, and 6 ones. 2 hundreds, 6 tens, and 4 ones. And 6 hundreds, 4 tens, and 0 ones. So 642, 206, 264, and 640. All right, so that takes care of that. Oops, and then I should not have shown that to you. So then your student should be sending their teacher their exit ticket. And I hope that I don't think I showed that long. I hope I didn't anyway. Your student should not be looking at the answer sheet because we want to know what they know without any help from you or from the teacher. All right, and if you do make corrections, you need to make sure that your teacher knows how many they were able to do on their own. And I have had a few parents that have helped their student to get things correct, but then they've said they got, they missed the second one or whatever. So anyway, that's the end of our lesson, and look at that. It didn't go quite as long as it usually does, and I hope you enjoy the new videos. And once we get the routine going, I think we will be able to do these even faster. So this is the new way that we're going to do this because we now have these professionally made videos from Eureka, and I hope that you will enjoy them. I know that I did when I looked at it yesterday and today. So you have a great day of learning, and we'll see you again tomorrow.